Yo, it's your boy Dr. B here, ready to drop some fire wisdom and mad entertainment on ya. This podcast ain't no snooze fest. We keep it real and keep it lit. We'll be spitting truth bombs and busting balls every episode, and you know we got some dope guests lined up, so don't sleep on this. Sit back, chill, and get ready to get your laugh on and learn some real shit. Dr. Brock Says is the hottest show around, and I promise to keep it 100 with y'all. We'll make your day lit and your problems disappear, trust me. So turn it up and join the party, 'cause we about to get wild on Dr. Brock Says.
Presidential candidate Dr. Brock Landers has announced his plan to lower the drinking age to 13 in an effort to combat the use of weed pot among young people. Alcohol has been unfairly demonized while marijuana is being glorified in our society, declared Landers at a press conference while sipping on a glass of whiskey. By allowing teenagers to drink, we will divert their attention away from the devil's lettuce and onto a safer, more socially acceptable substance. Landers, who has been known for his controversial views on drug and alcohol use, believes that this change in policy will not only reduce the use of weed pot, but also stimulate the economy. Think of all the money saved on law enforcement and drug rehabilitation programs if we just embrace the good old-fashioned American pastime of drinking. He also plans to use alcohol sales to fund his proposed wall on the border of Mexico. If we can't keep them out, we might as well make some money off of them, Landers explained. While some are questioning the sanity of Landers' proposal, his supporters are rallying behind him, citing his out-of-the-box thinking and his experience as commander of the Zombie Eradication Department. If anyone knows how to take on the threat of drugs and zombies, it's Brock, said one enthusiastic supporter. It remains to be seen if this bold move will win over voters or lead to an increase in teen alcohol and drug use. But one thing is certain, Dr. Brock Landers is not afraid to shake things up in his quest for the presidency.
President Trump's foray into the legal marijuana business has been short-lived after his dispensary, named Dr. Brock's Buds, went up in flames. The dispensary, located in Colorado, was only open for a few weeks before the incident occurred. According to witnesses, a group of angry protesters gathered outside the dispensary, waving signs that read "Say no to Trump's drugs and make America sober again." The protesters also allegedly threw Molotov cocktails at the dispensary, causing it to catch fire. President Trump has condemned the attack on his business and has promised to rebuild Dr. Brock's Buds as soon as possible. "I will not stand for this kind of violence and destruction. We will rebuild and come back even stronger," Trump declared in a tweet. The dispensary, which boasted a wide selection of Make America High Again merchandise, was a source of controversy from the start. Many viewed Trump's sudden interest in the marijuana industry as a ploy to appeal to younger voters, while others saw it as a genuine attempt to diversify his business portfolio. Regardless of the reason, it seems like Trump's dispensary has now gone up in smoke. Only time will tell if he will try again or focus on his other business ventures. In the meantime, supporters can still show their support for the president by purchasing his Make America High Again hats and Dr. Brock's Buds rolling papers. Despite the setback, Trump remains determined and has already set his sights on opening a new Make America Green Again ice cream shop in the near future.
Presidential candidate Dr. Brock Landers shocked the nation during a live televised event when he brutally murdered two innocent cats on stage. The incident occurred during a campaign rally in Iowa where Landers was attempting to rally support for his bid for the White House. As supporters cheered him on, Landers took a moment to address accusations that he was unfit for the presidency due to his past as a porn star. In a bizarre turn of events, Landers proceeded to pull out a pair of cats from a carrier and exclaimed, "I am not afraid of being called a pussy slayer," before violently stomping on the animals, killing them instantly. The crowd was initially taken aback, but soon erupted into applause and cheers as Landers continued his speech, proudly declaring, "I am a man of action, not words." However, the American Veterinary Medical Association was quick to condemn Landers' actions, stating that they were cruel and unnecessary. Animal rights activists also took to social media to express their outrage and call for Landers to drop out of the presidential race. In response to the backlash, Landers released a statement claiming that the cats were actually robotic decoys and that no animals were harmed in the making of his campaign rally. However, video footage clearly shows the cats being crushed under Landers' feet, When confronted with this evidence, Landers simply shrugged and said, "Sometimes you have to break a few eggs to make an omelet." Despite the controversy, Landers' supporters remain fiercely loyal, with some even going as far as creating social media pages dedicated to glorifying the incident. He showed that he is not afraid to take on any challenge, even if it means crushing a couple of fluffy animals, said one fan on Twitter. The incident has caused a stir in the political landscape, with many questioning Landers' mental stability and suitability for the presidency. Some speculate that this may be a ploy to gain attention and stand out among the crowded field of candidates. Whatever the reason, it is clear that Dr. Brock Landers has made a lasting impression on the American public, for better or for worse.
In a shocking turn of events, presidential candidate Dr. Brock Landers has come under fire for his recent claim of killing 2 cats during his time as commander of the Zombie Eradication Department. In an interview with a local news station, Landers confidently stated that it was necessary to eliminate the feline duo due to their involvement in the illegal drug trade. These cats were known weed pot addicts and pushers in the zombie community, Landers explained. They were a danger to society and I took it upon myself to eliminate the threat. The public's response to this revelation has been mixed, with some praising Landers for his tough stance on crime and others condemning him for his actions. Animal rights activists have called for an investigation into the matter and have even started a petition to have Landers removed from the presidential race. However, his supporters have remained steadfast in their loyalty, seeing this as just another example of Landers' strength and determination to rid the country of corruption and crime. "We need a leader who is not afraid to do what needs to be done, even if it means making tough decisions," said one supporter at a recent rally. Dr. Brock has proven time and time again that he is the man for the job. Landers' campaign has released a statement standing by his actions, stating that he will not let false accusations interfere with his mission to make America safe again. As the controversy continues to unfold, one thing is clear: Dr. Brock is not backing down, even if it means facing backlash for his past actions.
Dr. Brock's podcast, Dr. Brock Says, has been unanimously voted as the best podcast of all time. This title is not just for a year or even a decade, but for an unprecedented 400 years. The announcement came as a surprise to many, as Dr. Brock's podcast only launched a few months ago. But within that short time, it has gained a massive following and has even been credited with changing the minds of world leaders. "I never expected this level of success when I started my podcast," said Dr. Brock in an exclusive interview with CNN. "But I guess my listeners can't resist my irresistible charm and wit." The podcast covers a range of topics, from politics to pop culture, all with Dr. Brock's unique perspective and humor. Fans have been raving about the show, claiming it has changed their lives and made them see the world in a whole new light. "I used to hate politics, but after listening to Dr. Brock, I can't get enough of it," gushed one fan. "He's a genius." In light of this monumental achievement, Dr. Brock has declared himself the king of podcasts and has announced plans for a worldwide tour to celebrate. Tickets are already sold out for the next 400 years, with fans eagerly waiting to see the man who has been deemed the best podcaster for centuries to come.
Presidential candidate and former porn star Dr. Brock Landers was caught on camera heroically saving orphan children and cats from a burning building. It all started when the local orphanage caught fire due to a malfunctioning electrical outlet. As the flames raged on, Landers happened to be driving by in his campaign van and immediately sprang into action. Without hesitation, he ran into the building and carried out multiple children and cats to safety. Witnesses say he made a total of 23 trips into the burning building, each time emerging with a child or a cat in his arms. The whole ordeal was captured on video and has since gone viral, with many praising Landers for his bravery and selflessness. "I never knew a former porn star could be such a hero," exclaimed one onlooker. But Landers' heroic actions did not stop there. As he was exiting the building for the final time, he noticed the janitor, known to be a habitual weed smoker, still inside. Without a second thought, Landers rushed back in and rescued the janitor, saving his life as well. "I may not agree with his lifestyle choices, but everyone deserves a chance at redemption, and he will have that chance in prison," Landers said in a statement. The rescue has gained national attention and has sparked a new wave of support for Landers' presidential campaign. Many are now hailing him as a true hero and a true leader. His campaign team has even released a new slogan: "Landers, he'll save your children and your cats." Despite the positive publicity, Landers remains humble and focused on his ultimate goal of becoming the next president of the United States. "I didn't do it for the recognition, I did it because it was the right thing to do," he stated in an interview. And that's exactly how I plan to lead this country, doing what's right, even if it's not the popular choice. As Landers' popularity continues to rise, his opponents are struggling to keep up. Some have even resorted to spreading false rumors about his heroic actions, claiming that it was all staged for publicity. However, with the video evidence and eyewitness testimonies, it's clear that Landers' actions were genuine and heroic. Only time will tell if this heroic act will be enough to secure him the presidency, but one thing is for sure, Dr. Brock Landers has proven that he is more than just a former porn star, he is a true hero.
Dr. Brock Landers, the self-proclaimed zombie eradicator and former adult film star, has announced his plans to build a wall around the United States in order to keep out the impending zombie apocalypse. In a bold move, Landers declared that he would be funding the wall himself, using profits from his popular podcast Brock Talks Brains. "I've seen the signs, I know what's coming," Landers said in a dramatic press conference held outside of a local strip club. "The dead are rising and it's only a matter of time before they make their way to our great nation. We need to take action now." Landers' plan has already received backlash from both sides of the political spectrum, with some calling it a publicity stunt and others calling it ridiculous. However, Landers is undeterred and plans to begin construction immediately, using his vast knowledge of zombie behaviors to strategically place the wall in areas with low zombie activity. He has even promised to personally patrol the wall and use his skills to defend against any potential zombie attacks. "Who needs a military when you have Brock Landers defending your borders?" he boasted. As for how he plans to pay for the wall, Landers has promised to hold a charity zombie hunting event to raise funds. "It's going to be huge," he exclaimed. Only time will tell if Landers' plan will come to fruition, but one thing is for sure, he's not afraid to take on the undead or the naysayers.